Hey guys, MousePro96, and right now I'm going to show you all the abilities that you can get. Alright? Let's go! Here you have fire. Oh. Turns into a little fireball. Oh man. Here we have rock. Turns into a little rock Kirby that can't jump. Press B again. You can destroy it. And if you move while doing it, then you can roll. You can do it in the air, and fall. All that kind of stuff. Here we have ice. Where you have ice breath, and you can move around while using it. So that'll protect you from the sides, but not the top or bottom. Alright, let's actually try and use it. So it'll protect you from the sides, and then you'll move it and destroy the enemy. Here we have needle. Which turns you into a big spiky ball. Or if you do it in the air, you can move and spin a little bit. And it'll stick enemies and then destroy them. Here we have bomb. Oh, whoops. Which, you throw a bomb, and the longer you hold B, the farther you throw it. Next we have Spark. Oh, I just destroyed it. Where if you use it, you have a sparky ball around you, and you can move with it, but it has a smaller shield, but this shield kind of protects you from all around. Next up, we have Cutter. Which Cutter uses a bit of yourself, the face part, to make a boomerang, and then you can use it to cut enemies. However, you cannot double jump with it on, or well, not necessarily double jump, but you cannot not flutter jump. You know what I mean. You can't. Alright, well, I'll wait a second. You can't do that. Blow up like a balloon. And it will go through walls and such, and you also can't use it again while already using it, but you can move around still. So, and that is the end of the single. That's the end of the single abilities, where you only have one ability. Next up, and now we're gonna look at the combinations. Alright, so we just got a fire. Right now we're gonna be doing the fire abilities. So this is Fire. Turns you into some, I like to call it the Phoenix, because of the wings that it starts out with. Well, it looks like wings. And it kind of turns into like a fire drill or a phoenix. That's how I see it. So now we have fire and rock, which turns us into a volcano. And you can't move around while using the volcano, but you can change the direction of the volcano, so it can kind of protect you a little bit if you have a lot of enemies around you. And you can use it in the air, a little bit, not really too much. You're just going to fall. So that's the fire. Now we're going to do the fire and ice. Make sure you don't throw your star or spit up your enemy at someone who is using a shielding attack, or else it'll be destroyed. Like that right there, that's considered a shielding attack, or the thing that the snowman was using. So anyway, this creates an ice cube that immediately melts for its really close range, quick attack. You can't really slide while using it. I don't particularly care for it, but I mean, if you like it, use it, you know, go ahead, whatever. Do your thing. So, that's that. Here we're doing the fire and needle, which creates a bow and arrow. I also don't like this one because it's, well, you have to aim it, and it's a little hard on a 2D screen. Well, I guess it's, alright, well, apparently you get used to it. But, I also think it takes too long to use if you're trying to get a higher up enemy or block like that. I do think it's kind of cool, but I just think it's too long. Obviously, you can use it. I mean, it's not completely worthless. That was a little hard to do, but you know, it can be useful. So that's fire. Here we're gonna try and get bomb and. All right, well, I'm just gonna take care of these enemies here real quick. Here we have bomb and fire. And this is what that does, the fireworks. You can use that 3 times in a row. And you can do it in the air. You can do it on the ground, you know, whatever. I think it's a pretty cool attack. Use it 3 times in a row, and it does a little fireworks show around you, so that does extra damage for enemies that are too far away from you to hit. And you can use it. You can use it to get around. Also, I mean, you can move while using it. So that's the fire. Here we have fire and electric. And this is, you can move with this one. You're at a running pace. You cannot float while using it. But I mean, you can jump pretty high. I guess you jump about normal. But that's that one. And now our last fire ability is fire and cutter, which gives us a fire blade. Pretty cool. And you can run with it. You can't double jump or float, but I mean, it's pretty cool. And it's a pretty quick attack. You can run with it. I think I already said that. So that's that one. You press down to get rid of it. Or, I thought you pressed down. Oh, sweet. You can hold it up by pressing up to hold enemies in front of you. And, how do you get rid of it? Oh, hey. Well, I guess that's how you get rid of the power. Yeah. If you're using a GameCube controller, like if you get it on the Wii, like I have it on the Wii, the L button is, you can release the ability and then press it again and you throw it upwards. I didn't actually know that, so there you go. So that is the last of the fire ones. Now we're going to be covering the earth ones. So earth is up next. Alright, now we have earth. Earth, and that turns you just into a bigger stone Kirby, and you move a lot faster than a regular Kirby. And then, you know, same kind of concept as the littler stone Kirby. You press B and it explodes. So that's that one. Right now we have earth and ice. And you turn into a curling stone. And as you use it more and more, you start to slow down. And once you come to a stop, you turn back into Kirby. Or you can press B again and turn back to normal. And I believe if you hit someone with the curling stone, or an enemy, or with the shavings coming out from behind you, apparently, you can turn them into an ice block. So, or if you just hit them normal, like that. So that's that. Here we have Rock and Needle. As soon as he stops with his little shield. Rock and Needle, we have a drill. You hold B and then you can go for as long as you want on that and release B and it releases the drill. And I don't really think there's anything special about that one. That's it. Here we have Earth and Bomb. Ow. For this one, sends out a firecracker, and if you don't hit an enemy with it, then you'll just wait for, I don't know, like 15 seconds to use it. And when you use it, make sure to press down. That way you get the hard hat. Okay? Or else you will lose a bit of one square of health. But if it hits an enemy, like this, then it'll explode as soon as it touches it. So that's that one. It can be pretty useful. It explodes the entire screen, does damage to the entire screen, whether the rocks hit it or not, so that's pretty cool. Make sure you do the hard hat though, or else you will get hurt by your own attack. Alright, here we have Earth and Electric. Oh, what? Alright, Earth and Electric makes a boulder on an electric chain, like a mace. And so if that touches an enemy, it's done. If it touches the electric tail that is connecting you and the boulder, then the enemy will die. And the only way to get rid of it is press B or to let it hit you again. Technically, it could go on for probably ever. I don't want it. I want it to be done though. So it's kind of like a continuous attack. Unless you make it... I want to show it hitting me again. And... Alright, well, you know what? Are you joking? It was just about to hit me. Alright, well, anyway. It'll explode when it hits you, or if you press B. You can't double jump or float with it. But you can continuously move around, you can run, and all that stuff. So that one's pretty cool, I like that one. And here's the final rock one, the Rock and Cutter. Which this will turn you into an animal, and depending on the animal you might have special powers. Like this one, he can climb up walls. And then if you get rid of it, maybe it's the raccoon. I think it might be the raccoon. The raccoon can double jump. Oh, triple jump. That's pretty cool. What else do we have here? We have this, which can only move by jumping. You can only jump once. Seems like a not very good one. So that's that one. We did that. Wait, what? Oh, the fish. The fish does not do anything. I don't even think it does anything in the water. Oh, you did the raccoon. This guy can't double jump. We can just walk and regular jump. I think he's the one that can climb up walls. Let's get to the bird. Oh, here's a bird. This one will... I think this is the one that will roll. No, this is not the one that will roll. There's two birds. This one does not fly very well. It's very heavy. Kind of like Kirby a little bit, where you can fly a little bit and then it'll start to fall. Now did that. Here we go. The little chickadee. This one rolls when you land. That's the only way to move is to jump though. Kind of like the little jellyfish thing, but you can fly and you go pretty fast. And I think you can, no, you can't fly as long as you want, but you do roll and then you can just keep on jumping even if you're rolling. So this one I like because you can do hit enemies in the air, you go pretty fast, you roll. I think it's pretty cool. So that's my favorite of that one. And that is it for the rock type attacks. So now we're on to ice. Ice and ice makes a giant snowball that'll gather up any enemies or anything, and if you hit a wall it'll explode. And here, let's do it with those spider guys. It'll kind of like absorb every enemy that you come across. And once you hit something or press B, you shoot them out and explode and destroy them. So that is ice and ice. Here is ice and needle. Wait for him to stop with the shielding. Ah, the ice guy won't get out of the way. Oh, great. Oh. You know what? Oh, great. That's just great. Oh, great. Alright, do it quick there. For ice and needle, turn into a big snowflake. Oh, I thought you could stay in the air and do it. I guess not. But you just stay as long as you want to hold B, and then the ice just sort of melts. So that's protection from all sides for as long as you want. Turns them into ice. You can slide them or wait till they die normally in the ice. So that's that. Here we have ice and bomb. And that turns us into a walking snowman bomb that can jump. Can't double jump. But if it hits anything, it'll explode, or if you press... Oh no, I guess if you don't press B, it won't explode. But you just kind of wait till it, explodes. There you go. That's that one. Alright, now we have ice and electric. Oh. Come on! Are you kidding? Alright. Ice and electric. This gives you a fridge. Well, I guess the food can hurt them. But you use it as many times as you want. You can refill health with it. I guess the food hurts enemies. I didn't know that. I kind of thought this power was useless, but I guess if it hurts enemies, Because having the power to heal yourself kind of negates the power to defend against the enemies. But I guess now that I know the food hits them, I guess it's a little better, but still, Alright, so that's that one. And now we have the don't want it to... Alright. Now we have ice and cutter. And we can have ice skates. Oh, hey, I guess that does damage. Oh, sweet. I'm not sure if I've ever used this one before. I might have used it. It kind of seems familiar. I might have used it once. Anyway, it's kind of cool. I like it. So anyway, if you're just skating and you touch an enemy, you will get hurt. But if you're doing the spin, you won't. I guess if it's not that guy, then you won't get hurt. But that's kind of cool. And then if you hold down on the button, or hold down in the direction you want to go, and you can change direction. I wonder if you can freeze. Oh, you can attack them like that. And if you're holding down in the direction that you're already going, you'll start to, you know, actually skate, and you'll go faster instead of just staying on one thing. And if you press B while doing it, you will also spray the enemy like that and stop. So that is the end of the ice, and now we're on to Spike. Alright, so this is Spike. Well, there you go. This turns you into a big spike thing with, looks like a cactus, syringe, pencil, other pokey things like bee sting fort, or a bee stinger nail fort, corkscrew. What is that? Tweezers on the side there. Now it's on the very bottom. I don't know. Looks like tweezers. Really heavy duty tweezers. Pliers maybe. That's not pliers. That's not pliers. Not pliers. Wonder what that is. Well, anyway, that's what you get. A very lethal needle there. Here's bomb, or needle bomb. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this one. Oh, okay. See, I say that every time. So this, you can hang out in the air, you can hang out on land, just wherever you are when you use it. It only lasts for a little bit. And if you press B again, then you can quickly shoot off your needles. So that's needle bomb. Now we're gonna do needle electric. And this does like a thundery, it's like a lightning rod kind of. And it calls in the thunder, and then just, you can see by the ring of energy coming from you when the thunder hits, that it attacks the enemies around you and also above you from the thunder. And you can't move, or I guess you can slide a little bit if you're moving already. But, I mean, it's a really quick attack, you don't really need to move. You don't need to float. Looks like you can do it in the air. Well, that's that one. I think that one's pretty cool. I think that could be pretty useful because it's just so quick you can use it over and over. You know. Yep. So that's that one. All right, and the last of the needles, we have the cutter. We'll wait till he throws his little boomerang. Needle cutter. And you make two big jaws, and if you hold B, you can hold them out. Yeah, so they can, if any enemies are running back and forth, you know, you can take them out like this, just hold them there, release B, and they just clamp up on above enemies. That's pretty cool. You can't move while using it, so that's a bit of a downside, but I mean, it's a quick one, you know. Not that big of a deal that you can't use it, and it reaches up pretty far and pretty wide. So this starts the bomb series. And here we have a double bomb, and if you hold it, you can shoot 3 missiles. You can shoot up to 3, depending on how long you hold it. And they home in on the enemy. So let's do one from above. An enemy from above. Yeah, so they'll home in on the enemy, but they're still not all that accurate. I don't particularly care for this one. I mean, it looks cool, but it's not always very accurate. So that's the bomb. Here we have bomb and electric. And it creates a light bulb with that. If you hold it long enough, then it shatters the glass. But it only lasts if you hold the B button. And you can jump, pressing A. And you just walk into an enemy and it attacks them. And it will only break the light bulb if you hold it until the very end. If you stop holding it, then it just goes out. So that's that. You can walk, you cannot dash, and you can jump, but you cannot float. So that's that one. That one's kind of cool, just the way it looks. And, you can walk about as fast as regular walking, so you can still move with it. So that is the light bulb, the bomb electric. Here we have the final bomb. Oh no! Alright, well, there's one right here. So here we have the final bomb power. Bomb and cutter. And this throws a really cool ninja star that when it hits, it explodes. And if it hits an enemy, the enemy stops what they're doing because they just got killed with a ninja star. And then they explode. So that's pretty cool. It's a really quick one. This one I like to use on some bosses, like the Shiver Star boss. I like to use it on that one because you can stay in the air pretty much in almost the exact same place if you can do it fast enough. Or at the right time, looks like, because I was doing it pretty fast there. And yeah, so if you can do it at the right time, you can stay in pretty much the same place for several throws. So that one's pretty cool. I really like that one. And that's the end of the bombs. So, well, next we'll start off with the, so here we have the electric abilities. We have the regular electric, and then the electric, which is very similar. Starts off with the same kind of charge around you, and then it goes into a big orbiting shield. Looks like it has electrons going on the orbit, so it's kind of like your nucleus. And I mean, if you guys know anything about chemistry, you've got your nucleus and the electrons flying around it, and it looks like it'll zap your enemies. That's pretty cool. And if you can move with it, but of course the shield is not as strong or as big. So that's that one, and it only stays on as long as you hold the B down, just like the regular electric. Here we already have the final electric type ability, electric and cutter, which makes the super cool lightsaber. Sha sha, sha sha. Which when using it, you can slide pretty fast. Looks like I think you walk faster using the electric sword than just regular walking. It looks like. And you just press down to get rid of it. Yeah, it kind of seems like I'm running right. You can't double jump, but you can just regular jump and walk. And then, of course, press B and you can twirl the sword. And then in the air, you do a quick twirl. It looks pretty cool. So that's that one. And that is the end of the electric. And the only regular power we have left is the cutter. Or the cutter. And so we'll see that in a second. Alright, now here we have the cutter. Oh no. Well, that's alright. This is just a bigger and edged cutter, or boomerang that is the same kind of concept that we used in the single cutter. And it takes a chunk of your body and It's the same principles as the regular cutter. So you can move around, you can jump, but you can't float and you can't dash, and you can't go up through these things. I wonder if you can go down through them. You can't go down through them either. So, same kind of thing as a regular cutter. I'm pretty sure, let me just go through these again. Yeah, fire is the same as regular fire, but it's of course bigger and longer. Rock is the same as smaller rock, but it's bigger, and you can move faster. What else is ice and ice? That's different. Ice, regular ice is you have ice breath and you just kind of twirl around as long as you hold the B button down, and ice you turn into a snowball and roll away, absorbing all the enemies. What was up next? Needle. Needle is the same as needle, the singular needle, except for the fact that it uses different kinds of instruments, such as a fork and a bee stinger and a syringe and a nail and a pencil and stuff like that. Bomb is different. Regular bomb, you just throw a bomb. Bomb, you shoot 3 missiles from your face. Electric and electric are kind of the same, except electric is bigger and it's like an atom, and it thunder shocks the enemies. And cutter is the same as regular cutter, except for that cutter is edged and it's like edged, I guess is the best word for it that I can think of right now anyway. It's the same thing except bigger and edged. And so that is the end of the regular attacks. But there's one more. That's right, the attack we used on Dark Star. So I'm just not going to use that right now, since that just sort of uses up time. Oh no, you gotta be kidding. Oh. Oh well. Just get through this real quick. Alright. So I'm gonna purposefully die a couple times and I'll explain why in a second. We're not gonna get that. That's right, the final ability. Ribbon plus Crystal Shard equals Ribbon Crystal Shard. I'm not gonna go through this whole battle again, but that's it. That's all there is. The game is over. So this is the final part of the Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my other Let's Plays.